joined from Beirut by political researcher Abdullah Naim. Welcome to Qnews, sir. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Sir, what message is Israel sending by conducting military exercises near the Lebanese border at this specific time?
Good evening, everyone. Of course, this here these are some games. The Israeli military have been doing this, but now they are trying to target Hezbollah. It is these are some war games and exercises. They have even planes, and they will keep on for a few days. And um, I think that the message here, especially after the message that the USA sent, I think this has to do with negotiations, direct negotiations between Lebanon and Israel. And the Lebanese president said that we can have negotiations with Israel, but indirectly under the negotiations that we had before. And I think that after the after everything that's happening with Gaza in southern Lebanon, I think that they will be more eager to have negotiations with Israel, either directly or indirectly. And so if we want to negotiate with Israel with some problems and weakness in the government, then Israel will take the measures they think are appropriate. We saw what happened in various regions in Lebanon, and we saw what happened in the regional waters. Um, and so before this, Netanyahu sent a message to Lebanon before starting the exercises in Al Zahran, which is near the palace. And this message was from Netanyahu saying that we are here, we haven't left, and they still
Okay,
want to
got your
negotiate
point,
about.
sir. What are the key points likely to be addressed in the indirect talks, and what are the prospects for meaningful progress?
Israel is saying that through the negotiations, that they will have indirect negotiations. They will have on a military level. They will have delegations from Israel and Lebanon, military delegations, to discuss how to move forward. And so, according to this, there are some points here between us and Israel that are common. The 5 points on the Lebanese border, there are disputes on how large they are, and over the area. And we have the Shaba and the 5 points that Israel have occupied, and also talking about border demarcation. Now Israel is saying that they are ready for a ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon when disarming Hezbollah, but Israel wants a arms-free zone on the borders, and Lebanon actually said that we will not give up our sovereignty. And then they also said that if there are negotiations with Israel, then Israel needs to withdraw from the 5 points before we even start the negotiations. And so this was over week, and then Israel striked maybe more than 30 times. And I think that now, after the whole situation on Gaza, this shows that there is a war in the whole Middle East. I think that especially after President Ahmed al-Shara visited Russia, and we know that he wouldn't have visited if it was not supported by America. There is a new plan in the region and enhancement in the region, and it is very clear that maybe we will have agreements between Israel and Syria through Russia. And so I think that Trump and Putin agreed to this, and I think that the summit that was held in Sharm el Sheikh is the start or the foundation towards peace, especially that President Trump
Of
has
course.
met with the UN and Arab leaders, and they have agreed on a plan for Gaza. And the Middle
How do these developments affect the already fragile stability along the Israel-Lebanon border, especially given Hezbollah's presence?
Of course, we always have tensions. It was supposed to be settled, but Israel almost daily they strike Lebanon, and so there is so much tension. Some people cannot go back to their homes, and we are nearing winter now, and they are not living in their homes, and everything has to do with the disarming Hezbollah, and Hezbollah has to resolve this with the Lebanese government, because if things stay this way, President Trump and Israel were very clear: if Hezbollah does not disarm, then they will not have any negotiations. And they also talked about Israel having a war in Lebanon if the Lebanese government cannot decide for itself. And so I think that from now up until 15th of November, they need to reach some kind of outcome and to have we need to resolve this with the Lebanese government. We don't have much time. By the end of the year, we need this to be settled, because if it does not end, Israel will start a war in Lebanon by the start of next year. And so Lebanon is a country, and they need to also take
Okay, sir, let's
strong.
wait and see what happens on the 15th. Could external actors pressure either side to de-escalate military actions to preserve space for diplomacy?
We are talking about a diplomatic resolution, the negotiations that America has proposed this week and sent a message to Lebanon, and then Lebanon responded. This is diplomacy, and I don't think that the diplomatic path is not closed between Lebanon and America and Israel. But the matter of Hezbollah disarmament, they are handing in their arms to the Lebanese government, but they are some kind of stalling. I think that they need to do this faster, because Lebanon is running on borrowed time. Lebanon needs to take advantage of these diplomatic negotiations. And President Youssef said yesterday, he said that he is responsible for Lebanon, and so he will spare Lebanon the war, and he will take care of everything. And so this means that the negotiation path is not closed, and it shows that maybe there is some kind of agreement that is in progress already, and maybe it will not. But they will not have direct negotiations. Maybe they will be indirect. But yeah, we will have some kind of negotiations to prevent war
and
on
hopefully,
Lebanon.
sir, the negotiations that, of course, President Joseph Aoun is getting into and is very optimistic about comes true and is on the ground, and Lebanon is going to be peaceful. From Beirut, that was Abdullah Naama, political researcher. Thank you very much for joining us in Q News and for your valuable knowledge and time.